Good evening. This is All Sports with LD coming back at you with another YouTube post from my YouTube channel. Before I get into tonight's content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Okay. I was able to watch Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez this morning. I didn't get a chance to watch it Sunday night because I was away at another event. Anyway, Stevenson took care of business, and he did exactly what I said he would do when I previewed this fight very early on. In my preview, I did say that Shakur would stop him, but he did not. He went to 12 rounds, and I think if he would have pressed Valdez a little more, he would have got the knockout. There were points in the fight that he hurt Valdez, and he didn't follow up on it. But nevertheless, it was a dominating performance by Stevenson. He did pretty much what I said he was going to do, since Valdez liked the peekaboo defense, but there's no real head movement or trying to roll with the punches. So Shakur was able to do exactly what I said he was going to do, was be able to punch around the guard and catch him. Every time he punched around the guard, it caught him fairly easily. Also, I said because of his high guard, Valdez was open up the middle. Stevenson caught him a few times with an uppercut up the middle. Just a very dominating, masterful performance. Pretty much kept Valdez in the ring and pot shotted him all evening long. There were times that Valdez got off some good shots, threw good body shots, but when he was landing those shots, it was later on in the fight, and it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that he was so behind. He really needed to catch Stevenson with a haymaker and knock him out, which that never happened. It wasn't going to happen, because Stevenson's just too smart, too fast, fast footwork, reflexes. Essentially a well thought out game plan on Stevenson's part. And you can see during the fight, Valdez he got frustrated because he couldn't really touch Stevenson. And, he did have 30 wins. He was 30-0 undefeated, but he has never faced a quality opponent like Stevenson. Defensively, he was very good defensively. He stood in front of Valdez, but every time Valdez started to pull the trigger, Stevenson wasn't there to be hit. Stevenson covered up very well to the body, even though Valdez got some shots to the body, but pretty much a lot of it was blocked by the elbow as Stevenson covered up. Although he hit Stevenson with about 6 jabs, for the most part, he couldn't touch Stevenson. His head movement was difficult for Valdez to catch. Valdez was really looking for that one punch, and he didn't find it. He tried to do other things. I tried to put other things in also, but he just came up short. He just wasn't a better fighter than Stevenson. Stevenson had everything going for him: the defense, the reflex, the jab. And he constantly used that jab as, keep him at bay, a rangefinder, also to set up the left hand. So overall, it was a masterful performance by Stevenson. I knew that this would pretty much be the outcome of the fight, that because Valdez is, and nothing taken away from Valdez, he's just not as talented as Stevenson. And the last fight I watched him, there were a lot of things that he got away with because the guy he was fighting wasn't really at his level. He probably was a step below his level. And that fight, I think, was Concepcione. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name right, but anyway, the guy didn't have a lot of firepower to make Valdez pay for the mistakes that he made during that fight. On the other hand, Stevenson made him pay for the mistakes that he made. Stevenson hit him, I think, one part in the fight. I think it was the 6th round. Stevenson hit him with the left, I believe it was. Then Valdez wind up and tried to counter him back. Stevenson ducked out of the way and left Valdez off balance, and he got caught with it really wasn't I'm sorry, back up. The punch that Stevenson landed knocked him kind of to the ropes, knocked him off balance. But before that happened, Valdez tried to land a shot. Stevenson moved out of the way. Valdez landed into the ropes. It kind of held him up. Stevenson shot another, I think it was like a right uppercut. I think he was trying to hit him with a right uppercut and kind of glanced off of Valdez's arm, but the momentum of the first shot Stevenson hit him with knocked him to the ropes and subsequently to the canvas. So it was just a masterful performance. There was nothing that Valdez could do to combat the skill and the talent of Stevenson. So I was very impressed with Stevenson, the show he put on. I knew he was going to do that. It was good to see him follow through and stay on the game plan, not get frustrated, stay on the game plan, use that jab. And the one that was really getting frustrated was Valdez. So overall, great performance. Hats off and respect to Valdez, even though he tried as much as he could to throw those shots, left hook, he threw body shots, he threw jabs. He threw everything he possibly could and nothing worked. He came up short, but respect to him because he kept trying. He didn't quit, although he got frustrated, but he didn't quit. He kept coming. So respect to Valdez. Good fighter, just not better than Stevenson. So that's what I have for now. Have a good one.